Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for another episode of Double Edge Discourse. I am joined by Kyle Olson of Happy Chap Shave Company. Kyle, how's it going, bud?
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. So we are so excited to be here. Kyle came out for our 5th annual Arizona Shavers meetup, and we just finished literally hours ago, and we're back at the studio. I was like, come on, Kyle, you're in town, all the way from California, right? Los Angeles area?
Yep.
All right, so you came out from LA. I was like, you got to stop in the studio. We got to do a shave because we've been actually carrying the Happy Chap line of products for some time. I think a few months, maybe 6 months or so.
Yep.
And I was like, I haven't even used it yet. So this is going to be a real-time review of the product, no pressure, obviously, and getting to know Kyle. So with that being said, you think we should lather up?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. So I'm really excited. What do you think about the event today? How do you think it went?
It was a blast. I had no expectation because I've not been to one of these before.
Okay.
But super fun to meet people in person. I've seen obviously a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube, but not actually in person. So it was really fun to put some faces to the names. You know?
Yes, that makes a big difference. A lot of people, I always say, like, sometimes we have these perceptions or there's like the keyboard hero kind of thing, you know, maybe a little riffs start happening and all of a sudden you meet people in real life and all that just goes away.
Yeah.
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 Cool. Well, I'm excited to use your product. Part of this process is to kind of get to know you a little bit. Why don't you tell us a little bit of your origin story? What's Kyle Olson? Who is Kyle Olson? What is Happy Chap? Why did you get started with this? Why shaving? Why is it?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I had a lot of irritation shaving. I used to use like a 5-blade Gillette type razor.
Yeah.
I used to, and then I switched to like an electric razor.
Okay.
And less irritation, but like still my skin was super dry after shaving. It wasn't a close shave. It wasn't great. My mother-in-law bought me single blade. I'm trying to think of the brand. I don't remember which one it is. Used that, loved it. Like right around that same time, had a coworker who was like diehard wet shaving hobbyist.
I gotcha.
So he really showed me the ropes, told me all the brands to get. Gave me a bunch of stuff because like most of us, he had
too much.
Way too much.
Yeah.
So he really showed me the ropes. I've always kind of liked chemistry. My dad's a chemist.
Okay.
So
cool.
I was really intrigued by the just the chemistry behind soap making.
Yeah.
So as soon as I started getting into the hobby, I really started getting into making soap as well.
Okay. How long you been a wet shaver?
A wet shaver, like 3.5 years.
Okay, and
4
then
years, somewhere
how
around
old's
there.
the company?
We've been selling for around 2 years.
Okay, so pretty much parallel. You know, a wet shaver for a bit, and all of a sudden you're just doing it now.
Yeah, so like pretty much as soon as I started wet shaving, I started working on a soap formula, and that took about 1.5 years or so.
Okay, a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, a lot of trial and error. Wanted to get it dialed in just right. With the slickness. The slickness was definitely the hardest thing to get dialed in.
Okay, and so you make the shaving soap, and you make some aftershaves. What other products are part of the Happy Chap line? Is that it, or more?
So we do have a pre-shave.
Okay.
It's pretty basic. It's unscented. It has frankincense, so it'll keep your skin hydrated. But just a little added slickness to a shave if you want it, or if you're shaving with cold water.
I know. Everyone who joins our set here has to kind of, it's kind of like a trial initiation that you don't get the benefit of hot water. I may have to add a little water heater here for our staff or our guests, or maybe we'll have to have like a little tea kettle. Someone said, hey, just get a tea kettle. I'm like, all right, maybe we'll do that. I guess so. Your lather, I mean, it really sprung to life. I'm not sure if you're seeing this. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Very good, you know. So it lathered up nicely. Now the real test is, we'll give it a little application. For my hardware today, I'm using a Rex Page aluminum razor. This is something we make in-house. So really excited to use this. And I grabbed this because, guys, with my shave schedule this week, I'm shaving yesterday with Mark from Sharpologist, today with you, and tomorrow with Dave Martin from Ohio Shave. So 3 days in a row, I got to kind of go a little more mild. Yeah. What are you using today?
I'm using the McCurr 34C, just
classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like to keep it simple. Also, just try to use something that's standard. That way I have a good idea with testing my soaps.
This guy, I like it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Well, tell me more. So, Kyle, Is Happy Chap full time? Is it kind of a side hustle, part time, a business in the making? Where are you at with it?
Yeah, I would say currently, probably consider it a side hustle, trying to make it more full time.
Okay.
I currently work a day job.
What kind of industry do you work in?
So I work in the housing market. I specifically work in data analytics, though.
Okay.
For a private money lending firm.
Okay. So you're a numbers guy.
Yes.
Oh.
So we lend to anybody building, any developers.
Okay. All right. And so you got into this because Dad is a chemist, you have a chemistry background, and you are a wet shaver, and you're loving it, and you're like, how can I do my own thing now? So I'm liking it so far. I think it's got a good scent. This is the vanilla vetiver, and I said, give me the one that's like the hero product, the top sell. This is it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's got a nice scent to it. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
What makes Happy Chap new, unique, or different? Why is your soap different than someone else's?
It's a great question. There's a plethora of great soap brands out there
Oh,
that
yeah.
have really great quality soap, great slickness.
Yeah.
I do think slickness is one thing that sets us apart.
Okay.
Slickness was the main priority, along with having a soap that's good for your skin. But really, I think the main differentiator is the scents. I try to do things that aren't, like, I love classic scents, but I try to do things that are a little more out of the box.
Okay.
Like the vanilla vetiver, I've got a lot of feedback on that one, that it's like something that people have never heard of. So that's kind of the goal with the fragrances, is doing things that are new, interesting. I also like doing like new takes on classics as well. Like we have Pulp and Petal, which is an interesting take with some florals on a tropical scent.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
So slickness and kind of thinking out of the box in terms of scent profiles and kind of doing something new, unique. Mm-hmm. So I'm using Kyle's product over here. So far, so good. I really like it, guys. Good stuff. Now, price point on this. Remind us of the price point, retail price point of this product.
Yep, it's 23.
23.
23 for the soap, 23 for the splash.
Okay, real easy.
I'm using the meetup soap from today, which is citrus and timber, and it's great.
It's made before your eyes.
Yes. Yeah. Today, right?
Yeah, that's right. So part of the Arizona Shavers meetup, we always have a historic kind of tradition of doing a shop tour. We do a demonstration of our electroplating process, and then we always do a demonstration of how soap making is done. And so I'm not sure if you were a part of that, but our soap maker DJ Dondra Joan did some soap making today in front of everybody, and everyone got to take home a free soap. And Kyle got to have kind of a jumbo size in preparation for today's video.
Yes. I watched the video with you and Peter. You're a one pass.
I'm a one pass man, you know? You're a multi-pass?
I usually do too.
Okay.
I usually do too. So I'll try to go quick.
Oh, you're
So I
fine.
don't get too far ahead.
Don't worry about it. Okay, so you came out here from LA, brought your beautiful wife with you.
Yes.
You've got the Happy Chap going on. You got the side. This is the side also. You got the data analytics and the housing market going on. Mm-hmm. Tell us more about Kyle. What else would our audience need to know? What else people need to know about Kyle?
I love music. Used to have a band in college. Went to school in Utah. We based in LA now. Still haven't met too many people, but something I'm still looking forward to doing sometime in life. Super busy right now with everything going on, but
You're a guitar player, right?
Yep, guitar player.
What's your guitar of choice?
I'm a Fender man.
Ah, there we go. I love it. Okay, Stratocaster, Telecaster?
Stratocaster.
Okay.
So,
all right, good man.
yeah,
You're loud on set.
Yeah, my dad has a Les Paul, and it's nice. Like, it's just too heavy.
Yeah,
It's
they're very
so
heavy. Yeah. But everyone should own one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so let's tell us more about your involvement with the wet shaving world. So you're selling Happy Chap on your own website, and you're involved with social media in some regards. You have an Instagram.
Yep. Instagram, on TikTok. Trying to figure that out.
Well, everyone is. Everyone's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Are you in any chat rooms, any Facebook groups?
You know, not too much. I try to engage on Reddit as much as I can, but
Ooh, that's a tough one.
yeah.
That's a love or hate over there sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, so how you liking your shave?
It's great. You know, the cold water's not too bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not just saying that for the camera?
No, I'm really not. So when I first started, I would lather warm,
Yeah.
But I would rinse the razor with cold. I tried it with warm and liked it a lot better and never went back. But at least originally I shaved with a cold razor.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good.
So I don't mind it.
We aim to please. So please aim. I'm finishing up with your splash, and man, that vetiver is coming through way stronger on the splash. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
good.
so much more prominent. Like the soap is like kind of subtle, but this is like, wow, that's good.
So we make our splash basically on a level of fragrance. Percentage of fragrance is equivalent to an EDT.
Yeah.
So the fragrance should last comparable to an EDT.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. And I admired his bottles. We both share the same bottle. It's totally cool. I always say, packaging doesn't really matter so much. I mean, yeah, it adds a little bit to the brand, but it's all about the product inside, and you have a great product. I'm really impressed with it, and I'm really glad we're stocking it because it's been on our shelves for a while, and my staff has been like, hey, Matt, when are you going to get to Happy Chap? And one thing after another came up, and holidays came, Black Friday, Christmas, and here we are.
Busy.
Yeah. Well, you're finishing up over there?
Yep.
Well, is there anything else you want our audience to know about your brand before we kind of sign off?
I would say the only thing is, like, we have the end user in mind with everything we do. So, like, all of the ingredients that go into the soap, it's with the idea that it's good for your skin, good for your face. It's meant to make your shave as enjoyable as possible, and that's really how we think about everything we do at Happy Chap.
I got one more question. Tell me the name. What's the origin story of the name?
Happy Chap. So coming up with names is definitely not my strong suit. So usually what I've done is, and what we did for Happy Chap was wrote a list of like every possible option, and it was super long. And then with my wife just went through it and crossed off all the terrible ones until it got to just a couple.
Process elimination.
Yeah, and then Happy Chap, I wasn't sold on it at first. And then just started using it as like a placeholder, and then after saying it, which I think is kind of the same with any name.
It's memorable.
You start using it, and then it's like, okay, yeah, that's it.
So do people say, "Are you the Happy Chap?"
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes.
Okay, so you're used to the cheesy jokes. You're the Happy Chap.
Yep, which I did not think about that, but
you've come to embrace.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm the happiest chap.
No, you're a real easygoing, nice guy. I'm really impressed with your company. Good luck to you, and we're looking forward to continuing to stock it on our shelves. And I really enjoyed our discourse. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I think that's it. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, guys, please go follow him on social media. I'm sure they can find you at Happy Chap or at Happy Chap.
Happy Chap Shave.
Happy Chap Shave. Check him out on Instagram and social media. Check out the Arizona Shavers Meetup. Check out our channel. Please like, subscribe to our channel. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. And we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks so much.
Thank you.